Hello, Joylyn. Now, show is called, as you know, Coffee with Catechist, and you are welcome to the show. It is basically a chat. We are going to talk about yourself and your activities and your involvement in the church. And I am very happy to talk to Joylyn because the first time I met her was in Victoria, and I was pleased that she welcomed me with a beautiful hug, and I still cherish that. A few years ago, thank you for that. Right,
You're welcome,
Joylyn,
Father.
could you please introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Okay, Father, you welcome. I don't know if I must say it's a pleasure being here because I really don't like facing the camera. But anyway, I'm from Victoria. I am the PLA. I'm involved in so many things I don't know where to start. So I found myself being very busy, getting involved in all sorts of things. Unfortunately, our PLA at the time, after a while, she took ill and then she died. And so I found most of the responsibility on my shoulders. Everything, people would look to me. And I keep saying it's not supposed to be that way. It's an effort, a community effort, and so we should all be involved.
Talking about community, in the community, role of the catechist is very significant, isn't it? Because catechists are kind of second parents, I would call them, or second teachers, apart from the parents, who teach them faith from their own experience, isn't it?
Yes.
And religion.
Yes. Well, most of the teaching is done by Mrs. Pereira. I think before I should go back a little. I had stopped going to church for a very long time. I know they had a Sunday school, but then that maybe petered out. So Teacher Holly, she used to teach at the Sunday school, so she still take that role, and she would teach them. And we use the books from the religious education department. And she would try, and she's a teacher basically because she teaches at Marian's, and so she does that part.
Yeah, now, we already spoke about teacher at Marian and teaching at the church. So sometimes they're not really the same, isn't it? It's completely different in that sense, isn't it? What do you say?
Well, I don't know about the teaching at Marian. That school work, but I don't know if she does any religious education with them. But things as they impact on your life and things of church will be taught in school, at least the Catholic school. And in church, she will try to do the same thing, teach them the prayers and whatever is necessary and relevant, because we do have I'd given her a copy of the Penny Catechism. So we use that also as a guide, and so the little basic things about knowing God and why God loves you, why He made you, and all of this, we try to teach them. Try to teach them about the garments for the priests and the servers and so on. So we have pictures of those, the mysteries of the Rosary. We put them up so that they have an idea what the faith is. Starting to ground them from small.
Yes. No, what I'm saying is the teacher who is teaching secular subjects and teaching in the church Sunday school. I still remember when I was small, I always looked forward to go to the Sunday school, because Sunday school was more of a free class, and we share, and teacher shares from her experience of faith. Whereas school is different. I didn't really like to go to school because you'll have more homework and all sorts of things. But in the church, we feel that we belong to the church, isn't it?
Well, yes. I think the children, they have this relationship, even though I guess she would have some negative experiences with them, but when they come to church, we see that's it though. To say that they want to come is, I don't know. But we don't have a standard Sunday school, as I said. So whenever we would have classes with them. And they're always willing to take part in any little thing that we have. But we need to have them more committed so that when we plan something, that we can really have it being done.
The other aspect of catechism in Sunday school or in our communities which is very key thing at times. Like it has to impact the children, whatever they study or whatever they learn in the church on Sundays or other days. I think that should impact them. I still remember when I used to go to the Sunday class, I still remember studying sacraments and scriptures and so on and so forth. And I still cherish those beautiful moments that I spent with my catechist in the church. Do you think that this catechism that is taught in the churches, does it affect the children in their regular life, in their normal life outside, or it just stays in the church? When they go out, it's finished?
I think
Yeah.
Father's putting me in a spot. I think most time they maybe just, it's in church. When they're out, they forget. Because you find when they come and you try to revise what you did with them, sometimes they forget what you tell them. And my personal thinking is that most of the responsibility, we should not only look to the teachers, the parents need to reinforce what is being taught, even if in school. And from church, if you are a Catholic, you would know. So you can teach your children at home what are the things they ought to know and do. Don't steal, don't lie, and all of this thing. One of my thing, I don't know if I'm right, but I know when I was little, you go to church every Sunday and I don't know why we had to be going to confession every Sunday. You go. And I feel that they should still do it, not just this once a year thing.
You touched upon an important aspect of the church. You said they should be taught in the family to begin with. That's key thing in the church, especially after the Vatican Council too. The domestic church, because why I'm saying this, because people or the children come to church on Sundays for about 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever time.
Not even that long.
Yes, but most of the time they spend time outside,
Yeah.
in the society, in the family, in the school. So therefore, as we chatted a little earlier, sometimes they want to separate. Church is only church business, and we are, when we go out, we are different.
We are different.
So, but the concept of domestic church, that has to be emphasized, isn't it?
Yes. But we all so caught up with the secular things now that the domestic church, we ought to be caring for each other. You help each other.
Yes.
Someone has a problem, you can advise them. And I think we were more kind and open and loving way back. Because when you look and see how we used to live, we could have left our homes open. And so nobody would go inside. If you start to construct a house, it's you just have the roof and the walls, and you live in there, and nobody will go and steal your stuff. But you can't do that now. So we don't have this this love that we really supposed to show and share, and so it does influence and impacts negatively on the domestic church, because we just think about ourselves, what we want. Yes, we have to go to church. You go Sunday morning, you go to mass, and that's it. You don't think you have to do anything else for the rest of the week. And a lot of I feel too, lots of the things that were taught years ago, because we do not have that much priests anymore. Some of the churches, we don't experience things like expositions and so on. I learned of those things through the charismatic. I wasn't aware of those things, and being part of the charismatic, I've been exposed to these things. I see the importance, and I really would like to have it back at Victoria. But most of our things, our monstrance and those things, I think, were taken away, and maybe I don't know where they took them. So we don't have those things in Victoria. We don't. But lots of things we really don't have. And again, still the love that we really need to share and come together. It's not that you tell me your story, tell me something, and then I go and I tell Romeo. That shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know, we really want to help each other and really show that God is love, and we want to live that love.
Yes, you were right, because as you said, God is love, and this love has to be shown in the community. In the sense, this love of God unites us together in the community, isn't it? Not only in the community. Now, as I said, when we go out to the society, wider community, therefore, I think our viewers, our church and the society should be one community. You should not separate them, because whatever we learn or whatever we do in the church, we do it in the community as well, or in the society. So therefore, we have to marry these two, not to separate them. Then you will see the difference, isn't it? Because the love has to be shown.
It has to be shown.
Yes.
I think one of our challenges is that the church is in Victoria. We don't have lots of people from Victoria going to the church. My understanding and perception from way back, the church was there as a hallmark, and lots of people from Victoria went to the church. They've all now gone other places for whatever reason. So we have this challenge in even trying to take care of the place. The people in the village, they help us to destroy the place. To the extent where we had to take our windows and swing them inside. They don't swing out. So we had to put expanded metal and swing the windows in, because the children used to be pelting the windows and breaking them. And they destroyed a lot of things. The fence, that went well. With time and with patience, we built the fence. So we have the fence. But for whatever reason, they still jump the fence.
So that would be the work of the catechist as well, is it? Not only teaching, but
That's
to
what
take
I'm
care of the
all
church,
all
children.
of this. You know, you have to see to all of this.
Joylyn, on that note, I am pleased that you are doing this fantastic job in Victoria and the parish there, to keep the community together and teach God's values and kingdom values to the people of God. And we commend that your work there. Would you like to say a couple of words as a message to other catechists or other viewers who would like to listen to you and your beautiful wisdom?
Well, I think and I know that we just can't give up. We have to keep going on. We keep going forward, because if we called and we feel and know that we genuinely called, you just have to keep plodding on. We have to be, as I always remember, I told you this, Father said when the angel went to Mary and she got the message, Mary, she wondered what it was about. She wondered, she pondered, and then she surrendered. So we have to do the same. We wonder, we ponder, we surrender to doing what God asks us to do. It's not going to be easy, and we have to know that we have to stay focused and committed. It's never easy. If it is easy, then it's not really from Him, because we will have the challenges. The challenges, they will always be there. And for whatever reason, maybe it's a test of our commitment, our faith. And so we trust Him and we keep going.
Yes, that's well said. Wonder, ponder, and surrender. So therefore, my dear viewers and everybody out there, this is the coffee show, as you know, with the catechist. And
Can you drink some of the coffee?
one of our Joylyn has beautifully mentioned that don't remain at wonder. Of course, we all have to wonder, as Mother Mary herself did. And of course, we have to ponder. We cannot suddenly surrender, isn't it?
No.
So we have to go step by step.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end, eventually, we have to surrender. Because God is in charge.
Yes.
And God is love.
He is love. He is love.
Yeah. And thank you, Joylyn, for coming on this show. And please continue your good work, helping the church and spreading the good news of Christ.
Thank you, Father.